Today, boys, I'm going to teach you some things that your father never taught you. Let's get into it. Today, I will be discussing the qualities of a genuine man. Now, I will preface that these are my own opinions and beliefs. I'm not going to be perturbed if somebody disagrees with them. That's your right to disagree with them. I'm just going to give you what I find is valued in my own personal experience from my own perspective. So starting off with number one, a quality man has a spiritual connection. He's faith-based. And now you might ask yourself, why is that important? Simply put, for those of you who are spiritually connected to a higher power, the spiritual realm is a direct reflection of the physical realm that we experience. It's basically a mirror of what is actually going on in our reality, And so I find that a man who seeks out God or this higher power is consistently trying to improve upon himself day in and day out. Now, I know that with the Judeo-Christian beliefs, we're supposed to exemplify Jesus because he was this divine character, right? He embodied both masculine and feminine energy when he came to the world. And so that's the basis of those beliefs for the Christian faith. I know that in New Age, and I have some New Age friends, that they believe that the ultimate goal is to achieve a higher consciousness. And so these things are similar but different, but that's my number one because it shows a self-growth. It shows I want to improve upon myself. Which brings me to number two, and this one embodies all sorts of traits, virtues, everything imaginable that you could think of, minus some of the other ones that I have on this list. And if you guessed it, it's character. Why is character important? Because materialistic possessions and achievements only go so far in our lives. Character is that backbone when we are working and we've tried so hard to get results. Character is, simply put, a coach from UCLA, I can't remember his name right now. He said that the test of a man's character is what he does when nobody is watching. And that holds so true today. We see it in the political climate. We see it in the social climate. We see it in our daily lives. We know people that are untrustworthy. And back in the 1700s, people either had high character or low character. And based on that, people did business with them. Now we're in a world that morals and all sorts of things are conflicted and everybody's trying to find out who they are. And similarly put, it's became a sort of identity crisis. And as a result, I think it has affected character because now we question what character is. And for many centuries, it was the epitome, like I said, it was the backbone, the foundation of what a man was made of. So character not only embodies the ideas that a man has, but his emotions, his motives, his intentions. A person of weak character will lie, cheat, steal, harm others with no reasoning, may be abusive. Literally any horrible thing you could think of in the book is somebody with weak character. Somebody with strong character is considered a stand-up guy, is upright, is solid in his foundation, stands up for what he believes in, helps others out. He's compassionate. He has interpersonal skills that are very good. He has morally upright standards. And so what coincides with that is my number three. And I know some of you are watching this like, when's it coming up? When's it coming up? I personally think that character comes before the physical aspects, right? To be a protector, as masculine energy is supposed to embody, as the man was supposed to be created to take after and take care of others. It's that physical strength. So something that I recommend to all men is to have at least some form of martial arts under your belt Either you're taking it now or you've taken it in the past. There's never really a good reason to stop martial arts, not to mention because of the cardiovascular benefits. It helps your oxygen levels, but also for the discipline aspect of it. And so along with that protection, I put providing as well. A genuine man provides for his family. A genuine man puts food on the table. A genuine man provides finances for his family. He provides the necessities. This goes back to that primal basic instinct of caveman days, right? Must get food. Hit animal with rock. You know, those standard things, because they had to do it to survive, and they had to do it to prolong their family so that we would have generations to come. And I know some of you are laughing at that, but it's a very simple concept, that man was created to protect and to provide for his family and for himself. Number 4 is he's disciplined. And why this is so important is a man that is disciplined is a man that is dangerous. Because he does not resort to vices, he does not resort to drinking, he does not resort to smoking, he does not resort to surfing the internet for pornography. He doesn't resort to the video game consoles to play the newest game that came out. He has no use for those things because he's too busy being on his purpose, and he's trying to fulfill his mission here on this earth while he's here. He wants to give something to the world. He does not want to take something from the world. That's the big difference between a man of weak character and strong character as well. Am I giving or am I receiving? There's nothing wrong with receiving, but if you are receiving with the wrong intent in the hopes that you're getting something out of it, then you're already coming from a place of low moral character. He's disciplined with his time schedule. He's punctual. He shows up to dates on time. That's a key one right there. For the women watching this, if a man shows up to the date either 10, 15 minutes early, that says a lot about him. Maybe he wants to get there early so he can grab a couple of drinks or find a spot, but that is taking control of the situation, being disciplined with that punctuality and applying it to relationships. He does not turn to sexual gratification when times get tough. Men that do not turn to sexual gratification when times get tough are a lot less likely to cheat than you would think, because they've learned to harness their sexual energy and to put it into something forthright that's productive in this world. My last one being that he is assertive. I can't stress this enough. He takes charge. He's a leader. He's a born leader. And if he's not a born leader, he learns to lead. He's a lion among sheep. He knows what he wants and he gets after it. And he has a no excuses mentality. He takes full responsibility for all his actions because that's what a man does. A little boy will dissuade responsibility to somebody else. He will put it on somebody else and say, oh, well, it was them. An actual man, a genuine man, a man in his masculine energy will always take responsibility for his actions, will always take responsibility for his shortcomings. No excuses. And you can't even contest that. He's also not afraid to voice his own opinion. So if he feels that something is either morally wrong or something is incorrect that somebody stated, he will correct it. Because he can't go on and allow those things to happen. He has such an innate desire to do what is right and to stand up and to be an integral part to society based on his moral upbringing, that he wants to make sure things are actually accurate before he states them. But he's not afraid to get dirty. Heck, he's not even afraid to get in a little fight. When I mentioned that he protects, this man will protect somebody at all costs. And he's not persuaded by others' validation. Nothing drives him more than to be polarizing, to be the complete opposite of what people want him to be. And why women love an assertive man. Not only does he take charge, not only does he take the lead, he doesn't just do that in public. He does it in the bedroom. He takes charge in every aspect of his life. And he shows the world what he's made of. Now, this isn't to be confused with aggressiveness. Assertiveness and aggressiveness are two different things. And I will share them very quickly before we end. But assertiveness is I can lead. I have no issue voicing my own opinions, but I'm also tolerant of what others have to say, right? In the sense that if they have a different concept of my own opinion of things, I do allow them to share it. I don't just shut them down immediately. That aggressiveness would be dogging on somebody because of their own beliefs or their own upbringing and what they were raised with, and pointing out their flaws and wanting to instigate. An instigator is somebody who's aggressive. And so somebody who is assertive will make a woman feel secure, will make a woman feel protected, and most importantly of all, he will lead by example 100%. Stay frosty.